I'm going to be building a gigantic, unbeatable Snakes and Ladders. Snakes and Ladders is probably one of the first board games that I've ever played, and for me it definitely brings back those childhood memories, especially when I used to hop to the top of the board when my siblings weren't looking. Now let me refresh my memory and have a little look on Google at some images for the Snakes and Ladders. So hopefully these images are going to give me a bit of an idea of what to add on my board game apart from the snakes and the ladders. So first things first, the first thing I've got to do is mark out 100 squares, and I've decided that each number will be 4 squares big. So with a little bit of time and effort, I should end up with 100 squares ready to be numbered. So now the base of my board game has been done. Next, I'm going to colour my squares in alternating colours. I think I'm going to go for a yellow and a green. I can't lie, this is so exciting. Now all I've got to do is go in and number my squares. So I began doing this by using beams, but I soon realised that this was taking way too long, and it wasn't too soon after I decided to scrap this whole idea. Instead, I decided to go for a much easier option, which was to use decals. I don't know why I did not think about this in the first place. I can't lie guys, after only placing a few decals, I did get kind of bored, so I decided to skip that part and move on to the ladders. So initially I was thinking about going with the in-game ladders, but I wasn't really feeling that 3D effect, so I decided to go in with beams and manually do it myself. So I basically made a custom ladder using beams and a few cubes, and now I have to just transform it into place. How cool is that looking, guys? I'm now going to try place the ladders strategically all over the board. Just imagine guys, landed on this square here, you will basically ladder up all the way to square 99. It's now time to get in those slithery snakes, and to do that I'm just going to use a load of cylinders. So to make the snake a little bit more realistic, I'm going to add this frog, which will be its little head. I can't lie guys, it is giving lizard rather than snake at the moment, but I'm going to just roll with it. So I'm just going to now spawn a load of snakes all over my board, and I am going to place a few more snakes more than ladders, not to be evil, but just to make the game a little bit more harder. It also just dawned on me, to make the game even more harder, I could add a few surprises here and there. For example, I can add a trap, and I did this by simply opening up the basement and placing a carpet on top to camouflage it. But do take into consideration guys that this build was recorded before the trap update was a thing, so obviously instead of using this method, secret traps can now just be placed onto the floor. This is going to be so funny guys. I honestly cannot wait to try out this game with my husband and watch him get trapped. Now I have no idea what to place on my board game next, so I decided to put down a few toilets. Yes guys, a few toilets, and on that note, a couple of showers, because I feel like this game could possibly take a really long time to complete, especially considering the amount of snakes there are on this board, as well as secret traps. And this has now led me to think that this is possibly the most difficult snakes and ladders out there. And to make it even more interesting, I'm gonna add a few training items such as a skipping rope and treadmill. Basically, this isn't only the most difficult snakes and ladders board game out there, but it is the most random. I've also added a bit of a twist on the last square. To complete the game, you have to shoot some hoops and you get the privilege of playing the drum set. So I'm now going to go in and make everything look a bit more colourful, maybe add a few more traps, a few more snakes here and there, and then move on to the next part of the build. Now even though I won't be able to physically use this dice on this game, I'm still going to attempt to build one. With my dice now done, all I've got to do now is put in my decals. So most of my decals are now in place. All I have to do is just transform them into the right position. And guys, it was a bit of a headache trying to find all of the numbers in the Bloxburg menu. And I definitely was not about to go away and make all of these decals one by one. So whatever I found in the Bloxburg menu, I used, and whatever I couldn't, I just used individual numbers and patched them together. Remember my basement trap, guys? Well, I'm not going to be that mean, and I decided to put in a little light so when you do fall into the basement, at least you can see where you are. And I will also place ladders so you can climb back up. Honestly, guys, sometimes I can't get over how kind I can be. Now, that last statement kind of triggered something, and now I'm thinking I have to go back into my evil era. So that means I will be placing zombies, spiders, and any other scary creatures that you can think of to keep you company in the basement. Yo, guys, I think I am finally done. Now let's have a little look. So here is my gigantic, unbeatable, extreme snakes and ladders. Oh my god, guys, I so cannot wait to try this out. So over to my dice I go. Obviously I can't use this one, so what I'm going to do is quickly switch over to Google and find an online dice. So let's get rolling, guys. Oh my god, it's a 4. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually scared I'm going to fall into the basement. Right, let me take my 4 jumps. Oh my god, I made it. I'm safe. I guess I'll just sip on a glass of orange juice while I roll that dice for the second time. Here we go again. Oh my days, it is a 1. I can't lie, I think this is actually going to take forever. I'm now just going to charge myself up with some caffeine because I feel like today is the day that I beat the snakes and ladders. Let's roll that dice again. Oh my days, it's a 3. I seriously cannot be doing this. I think I'm going to have to add another dice. Anyway, let me take my 3 step. Oh my god, I've landed on a ladder. Up I go. I'm not sure why I can't use this yoga mat, but oh my days, I've just realised I have to go up another ladder. Guys, I am seriously too good at this game. So the next roll is a 4. So 1, 2, oh my days, the basement. Oh my god, I need to change this. I really need to change this. Now I've got to be really careful when I take my step not to fall into the basement. How on earth am I going to do that? Anyway, guys, I need to speed this up, so I'm now going to add another dice. That is so much better. I now have to move 25 steps. Yes, I made it, guys, without falling into a basement. Next on the dice is number 12. And I didn't get very far before I fell straight into the basement. But I am determined to not let this game beat me. So on with the game I go. Time to take 18 more steps. Oh my days, the amount of basements I have fallen into is unbelievable. I really need to get this fixed before I challenge my husband to a game. I have now rolled a 6, so on with the game we go. Oh my days, I made it. Not gonna lie, it was getting really annoying, constantly falling into the basements. Somehow, guys, I got a bit distracted and forgot where I was standing, so I'm just gonna go to number 83. Let's roll that dice, and we're on the move. Oh my god, guys, I am so close to the finishing line. This is literally so exciting. I need to cool myself down. I'm gonna take a cold shower. I'm now gonna switch to 1 dice, seeing that I'm so close to that finishing line. I can't believe this. I think I'm actually gonna do this. Another dice roll. Oh my god, it's a 4. I needed a 3. So that means I have to move back 1 space, and oh my days. I need a 1, guys, to win. How rude. I'm seriously thinking that this game is now rigged. Bro, 3 spaces has made me land on a snake, so I have to go all the way down and down again, guys. Oh my god. On this note, I think it's time for me to be humble and admit that this is the most impossible snakes and ladders game ever. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And before I challenge my husband to a game of snakes and ladders, please comment below what I should add or remove or change before we go head to head. And on that note, take care, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.